strike running, landing with a forefoot strike when running may hold great power over improving other aspects of your leg swing mechanics that may help reduce stress and strain on the IT band. The IT band is a long stretch of connective tissue running along the outer side of the leg from the hip to the knee to the shin bone. A common pain problem known to runners is IT band syndrome, of which symptoms often include sharp outer knee pain or pain that shoots up and down the leg when running. Luckily, several studies, which are all linked down below this video in the description box, have attributed forefoot strike running to naturally engaging two mechanical outputs at touchdown that may significantly unburden the IT band as compared with heel strike running. These two mechanical outputs that are typically naturally assembled just by landing forefoot first when running are a reduced overstride angle, which means the foot lands closer to the hips and closer to under the knee. And the second one is a wider step width, which means at landing, the foot is less likely to cross the midline at touchdown. Rather, the width between both feet at each step is more likely to be slightly wider as compared with heel strike running. For example, a 2015 study published in the American Journal of Sports Medicine, which is also linked down below the video in the description box, found that heel strike runners who switched to forefoot strike running showed a 2% reduction in an overstride angle, which also prompted a wider step width, whereby the reduced overstride angle coupled with a wider step width assisted by forefoot running was a big contributing factor for reducing horizontal loads, tensile stress, bending strain, and frictional forces on the IT band. Why does forefoot running assemble a shorter stride length, which also assembles a slightly wider stance width, which in turn may reduce loading on the IT band? When you land on the front of your foot when running, the foot physically has less time to swing out all the way through and around the stance limb, and from this, stride length becomes shorter. Meanwhile, there's also less time for the foot to swing out all the way in front of the body across the midline, which is why the foot ends up dropping either on the midline or slightly away from the midline. So you end up with a non-crossover landing or a slightly wider stance width. So that is how forefoot running organizes these stride parameters at landing, which are seen as a positive because when step width is slightly wider at touchdown during running, it changes the direction or the orientation of the leg at touchdown such that the lower leg is now aligned more straightly vertical and therefore less tilted. And because there's less tilt of the lower leg at landing, there may be less bending stress and less traction overstrain across the IT band. Also, because overstride angle is reduced at landing and forefoot running, the leg decelerates the body's mass much less intensively as compared with heel strike running, because when you make initial ground contact on the very back of the foot squarely on the heel, while the knee is unbent when running, upon touchdown, the foot often makes a longer travel in front of the body, which facilitates a longer overstride angle, which produces a component of the ground reaction force that exceeds several times the body weight, which essentially means there's a burst of a high collisional impact at landing. And excessive impact of this kind can certainly increase unnecessary loading on the IT band. Also, because the foot makes a longer travel when landing in this way, there's more chance to alter the foot from its neutral line to cross over the midline at touchdown. The longer the distance your foot swings out and lands ahead of the knee and hips, the more likely the leg may move off its neutral line path, which may increase biomechanical forces such as tensile and horizontal loading across the IT band, whereas striking the ground closer to the front of your foot, not high up on the toes, but a much flatter foot placement, may help remove wasted travel out of the leg by shortening the horizontal distance between initial foot strike position and the upper body, which may help improve keeping the leg in neutral line at touchdown. So I just thought it would be worth noting that running-related IT band syndrome may be influenced by foot strike type, and that if you feel that something more is needed to help you get a better handle on IT band pain, it's probably worth recognizing how you land on your foot when you run and maybe try forefoot running for a bit and see how that sustains for you. On that note, I posted a link down below the video in the description box on a video that I did showing a proper forefoot strike landing pattern. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to hit the thumbs up button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't already. We will stay more informed on forefoot strike running versus heel strike running. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have fun out there on the roads and trails. Bye for now.